Hey everyone, Crow back again with the ranking and re-ranking of Evercade collections that I've already covered. If you're wondering why I'm doing this, well, I put up community posts, but if you haven't seen that and you haven't seen part 1 of this where I re-ranked collections 1 through 10, basically the long story short is that I'm changing the way I'm ranking everything in the future, and this is just to put everything in line before I proceed forward with the Renovation collection. So, we left off on Collection 11, which is the Tanglewood and Xenocrisis cartridge, so this will be really quick because there's only 2 games. First off, we have Tanglewood, really good game. I'm going to put this up an S because it is a really good game, but it's the kind of game where I think it's limited as to the number of times you'll want to play it. It does have multiple endings, but yeah, it's not a game I'll want to go back to. But Xenocrisis, however, is a game. It is a twin-stick shooter. I'm going to put it in triple S, even though the Evercade isn't really set up to handle the twin-stick aspect, but the face buttons work fine for the firing. Again, I still have the problem with dodging while firing, and I don't know if that's something that's been addressed or not, but regardless, I'm still going to put it in triple S. It is a top-tier game. All right, going to the full game collection, we got to fit in these 2 games in here. So we put Tanglewood up in the S group, so let's scroll on up to the S group here. Water Margin. I'm going to say yes. Aquaventure. No. I'm going to put it down here. I think it's better in Water Margin, but I can't put it above Aquaventure. And then Xenocrisis, we're going to put that in the triple S tier. But I gotta say, I like Splatterhouse 2 more, so it's gotta be the low end of the triple S for me. All right, now we have to place the Tanglewood Evercade cartridge as a collection as a whole. There's only 2 games on it. I'm gonna put it in an S rank just because it is top notch, but I think we're gonna squeeze it in between Mega Cats and Namco Museum Volume 2. All right, we're moving on to the Oliver Twins collection. A lot of Dizzy games in this collection, but a few that are not Dizzy related, as it were. And the first one is not Dizzy related. It is BMX Simulator, not Simulated. And honestly, I don't know if I want to put this in D or F. It is not that great of a game, but I'm going to put it in D because maybe it's the kind of thing you could actually get used to playing. It's just brutally hard. All right, we got our first Dizzy game on the list, Dizzy the Adventurer. Now, there were a whole lot of Dizzy games that I kind of put on the same level, and I think this is one of them. The game is pretty short if you know what you're doing, and it might be kind of fun to run through them every once in a while. So, Dizzy the Adventurer, I think we're going to put this at a level B. And then we've got Dream World Pogi, kind of a spin-off to the Dizzy series, a side-scroller, and I'm going to put this one on level C. It is an okay game, I feel, but I think it's just way too easy to fly through. Our next Dizzy game is The Fantastic Adventures of Dizzy, and this is the one I think I put at the top of the list as my favorite game of this cartridge. This is the one I do have a physical copy of, but the only reason why I like this one more than the other ones, despite being a little bit more difficult, it's also way longer than the other ones. I think we'll pop this one on A rank. Our next non-Dizzy related game is Firehawk. This one was okay, not bad. I think, again, this is another C rank one, but I'm going to put it above Dream World Pogi. Another kind of spin-off Dizzy game, we got Go Dizzy Go. I found this one actually quite interesting. Actually, I liked it more than most of the regular Dizzy games. I think we're going to put it on B rank, and we're going to put it kind of at the top of B rank, and ahead of any other Dizzy games that wind up on B rank, which will be the rest of them, to be honest. Mystery World Dizzy, and I'm kind of cheating and looking at my old ranking system, and I can see that I put this one above Dizzy the Adventurer, because to be honest, all these Dizzy games kind of blended in together for me. That's why they're all going to be pretty much next to each other. This is Panic Dizzy, and I remember not really liking this one at all too much. I got to put this on D. Now that I'm looking at my list now, I apparently didn't like BMX Simulator less than I thought I did, according to how I ranked it here. I didn't know whether to put it D or an F, but yeah, I'm moving BMX Simulator to an F. Super Robin Hood. I actually really like this one. I'm going to put this ahead at the top of the B tier, because I don't think it's quite A tier. It's not quite on that level for me. Treasure Island Dizzy. Not necessarily the earliest Dizzy game ever, but the earliest one in this collection, and it really shows. Where do I want to put this? I'm gonna put this on D rank, right above Panic Dizzy. Last game here, Wonderland Dizzy. And again, it's just one of those four that, no, it's one of the three that blend in together to me. All three of these are just almost like the same game over and over again. I got everything in the right order. So it's actually right above Mystery World Dizzy. Let's put all these games from the Oliver Twins collection into the big picture. We gotta start at the bottom of the list here with BMX Simulator. Oh, where do we want to put it? It's got to be high on the list. I'm going to put it above Clay Fighter 2. Yeah, definitely. I think that looks right to me. Next up, we got Panic Dizzy. D rank. Above Draga, yes. Desert Falcon, yes. Yars Return, yes. Street Racer, yes. Surfmaster, yes. Dark Chambers, yes, maybe. But not above. Yeah, above Power Punch 2. Above Magic Girl, Crashing the Boys. Quad Challenge. I'm gonna put it right below Quad Challenge. All right, next one is Treasure Island Dizzy. Should I put this right still under Quad Challenge? I'm gonna put this over. I did like it a little bit more, but you know, just for the novelty of it. But I'm gonna put it under Steeplechase. Dream World Pogie, better than the Immortal, better in Crystal Castles, Little Rattle. Again, the only thing that's holding this one back is because I just felt the game was way too easy. Brad Gravity, oh yeah, Dodgeball, Humans, Alien Brigade, Mappy Kids. Okay, we're around the area. I'm gonna put this right below Mappy Kids. Next up, we got Firehawk. Firehawk or Mappy Kids? We're gonna go with Firehawk over Haunted House, over Clay Fighter, over Titan, but not over Falcon, Desert Falcon. Dizzy the Adventure. Now all the next three ones are gonna just kind of be in a line because they all kind of blend together for me. But Dork and Imp, you know what? I'm gonna say that all these Dizzy games are kind of low Bs. So we got Dizzy the Adventurer, Mystery World Dizzy, and then Wonderland Dizzy. Go Dizzy Go is definitely gonna break that that streak here. Asteroids, yes. Almost Hero, yes. Coffee Crisis, yes. Mappy. Oh man, okay, you know what? Just right under Mappy, I think. And then Super Robin Hood, I'm gonna say better than Motorcycle, better Claymates, better than Incantation, liked it more than the Brainies. Centipede and Millipede for the 2600, I'll say yes. Planet Smashers. Oh, you know what? Around Super Painter seems like around the right spot, like right here. That seems like the perfect spot for that. Then lastly, we've got Fantastic Adventures of Dizzy, and I had this in an A group, but you know what? This is gonna be a really low A group. One. I don't think I could put it above Prehistoric Man because I really did like Prehistoric Man. And again, this game is brutal. And even if you were playing it on the original hardware, it would be even more brutal. But on the Evercade, you got the save states, so you're good there. So all that leaves us to do is put the Oliver Twins collection as a whole on this. And you know what? It is going to be fairly low. I think we're going to put this on the C level. Yeah, I think we're going to fit it right under Namco Museum Collection. And right above Interplay Collection 2. Yeah, that seems alright to me. Alright, moving on to Atari Lynx Collection 1. And the first game on our list here is Awesome Golf. And I really did like Awesome Golf. I'm going to say this is an A title. I really enjoyed this one. It really took me by surprise. Basket Brawl, I felt that this was way worse than the Atari 7800 version. I don't think it's quite F level, but I'm going to put it on the D level. Crystal Mines 2, Buried Treasure, definitely up there. I'm going to put this as an SS because this is a really good puzzler, and not only is it the original Lynx game, but you're getting like a whole bunch of bonus levels as well. So yeah, we're going to put that in double S. Cyber Virus. This one actually took me by surprise. You got this first-person adventure game on the Lynx. Technically, it's really good, but gameplay-wise, it was kind of meh for me, so we're going to put this as a C. Dracula the Undead. It's almost like a point-and-click adventure on the Lynx. Pretty short once you can go through it, but it is kind of an interesting take on Bram Stoker's Dracula. You know, I don't know if I could actually put it as an A. I'm gonna put this on B level. Oh man, Gordo 106. I absolutely did not like this game. Did not like it at all. It's definitely an F. Ishidu, Way of the Stones. It's an interesting puzzle game, but I really couldn't get too into it. I think we're gonna throw this on the C level, but above Cyber Virus. Jimmy Connor's Tennis. People had a good time watching me struggle with this one. And I actually didn't think it was that bad. Where should I put this? I'm gonna have to put it in between, on C level, in between Cyber Virus and Ishido. Loops. This game I thought was really good. This is probably the best, I don't want to say puzzle game on the platform because I think Crystal Mines 2 is better, but it's definitely on the same level. but just behind Crystal Mines. It's a, oh man, it's a more frantic puzzle game, and it could get really frantic, and I really enjoyed this one. Malibu Bikini Volleyball. I actually really enjoyed this one again, but I think when I put this on B tier as well, but it's a high B. I don't think I could quite put it on A level. Okay, the Mega Pack. Oh man, this is a collection of 6 like homebrew games almost, like guessing the word, and there's a whole lot of the stuff is like weird nonsense, and there's like almost only 2 actual games in here that were even remotely enjoyable. One that I really liked, the Chopper X one. So where would I put this? I'm gonna have to put this, did I put it above Bushido? I'm looking, no, I didn't put it above Bushido. I put it above Jimmy Connor's Tennis. Actually, that's where I put it. I put it right above Jimmy Connor's Tennis previously. Power Factor, a game that really suffers from how big the characters are. Yeah, you just don't get much visibility in this game, and didn't really enjoy it all that much, so I think I had it right above Basketball. I'm gonna put it right there on the D level. Remnant Planner Wars 3D, maybe. I don't know. It depends on how you look at it. But the interesting thing about this game is it seems like it's just the same thing over and over and over and over again. But there is an ending to the game and a final boss, but you just have to slog through a lot of the game just to get there. Once I played it once, I kind of didn't want to play it again, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's bad. So I'm putting this right under Cyber Virus. Scrapyard Dog, the most insane platformer I think I may have ever played, and it gets high marks just for that. How high though? Do we want to put this on S level? It is really goofy. It is really goofy and out there, and I can't put it on S level, but it's a high A, I think, just because of the weirdness factor of it. Another combination, Super Asteroids and Super Missile Command. Both of these games like really surprised me at how good they were. Actually, this collection has my favorite version of Missile Command. I don't know if this is my favorite version of Asteroids though, but both top notch on the Lynx. So this to me is a triple S. Super Squeak, another puzzle type game where you've got to run around and change the colors of the platforms while avoiding all the monsters. It gets a little bit more complicated than I would have liked with multiple levels and everything, and ultimately I don't think I really liked it that much, but again I couldn't really not like it either. So again, this is another one that's just gonna fall on the C level. I think it's right under Cyber Virus, but right over Remnant. Zump, The Final Run. Really fun puzzle game. There was a minor problem with the controls where you just had to be really careful not to accidentally push too hard or too far or too long to fall off the platform. So again, I think we're gonna put this on the A level. I gotta put this, I think it is just above Scrapyard Dog. I almost wanted to put this on the S level. Now to place all those Lynx Collection 1 games in our big giant massive game ranking table. We're gonna start off with the lowest of the low, Gordo 106. An F rank. Where do we put this? Over Double Dunk, over Draken, yes. Over Night Driver, over Logjammers, over this, over that. Oh man, what's worse, this or Clay Fighter 2? Oh wow, and you know what? It's a high F. Basket Brawl. Let's see, I'm gonna put that above Draga, the Atari 2600 Desert Falcon, Yell's Return, Street Racer, Sprint Master, yeah, Dark Chambers, no. Oh, Power Punch, no. Magic Girl, above that one. Oh man, I think I'm gonna put this here. I don't think I could put it above Trash and the Boy Street Challenge. Up next is Power Factor. It's got to be better than Basket Brawl. Crash and the Boys, yeah. Panic Dizzy, yeah. Quad Challenge, no. I'm not going to put it above Quad Challenge. Remnant, I had it as a low C. I'm going to put it above Creepy Brawlers and the Immortal and Crystal Castles. I can't put it above Libble Rabble though. Super Squeak, well yes, Super Squeak. There you are. I will put this one above Libble Rabble and Submarine Commander, but not Basket Brawl for the Atari 7800. Next up, Cyber Virus. Above Metal Marines. Above Adventure. Above, yeah. So yeah, I'll put it above that one, but right under Alien Brigade. Jimmy Connor's Tennis. To be honest, I kind of like this game for what it was. So, okay, we're gonna say yes. We're gonna say over Firehawk, over Desert Falcon. You know, Power Pigs. Yeah, I think we'll stick it right over Power Pigs and right under Xevious. Then we get Mega Pack Collection 1. I think we've got to put this here. I mean, I don't think it could beat Xevious. Ishidu. And again, do I want... Yeah, I'll put that above Xevious. Maybe even above Jim Power, but not above Radical Rex. Moving on to our B ranks, we got the Dracula. We'll say that the Dracula game's better than the Dizzy game, better than Dork and Imp. I'm gonna put it above Air Sea Battle though. Malibu Bikini Volleyball. It's got to be above Dracula. Air Sea Battle, yes. Battle Chess, yes. Bowling, yes. Asteroids, yes. Almost Hero, yes. Coffee Crisis, Go Dizzy Go. Justice Duel, Nappy, Motorcycle. Planet Smashers, yes. Super Robin Hood, no. I think it's going to stick right under Super Robin Hood. Awesome Golf on level A. I'll say it's better than that. It is... Well, is Ninja Golf beaten Awesome Golf? No, Awesome Golf definitely plays better. Real Sports Tennis, Human Cannonball. Oh, what? That's the RPG, isn't it? And Battle Cars. I think we're going to stick that right there. Then we got Scrapyard Dog. This is A rank. And we are going to put that Solaris Wizard, yes. Fighter's History. Wow, that's a tough one. I think I have to put it... I'm going to have to put it right around here. Right below 7800 Centipede, but above Iron Commando. Zump. Let's see, it's going to be above Scrapyard Dog. I'm going to put it above Pac-Man. I'll put it above Galaga, Top Racer, Dig Dug. Better than Dig Dug? No, we're going to leave it right there. Okay, next up we got Loops. That is, we're jumping into the double S's here. I did like that more than Dragon View. Joe and Mac, I'm going to say yeah, and Demons and Diamonds. Oh, Double Dragon. I'm going to put it above Super Double Dragon, but not over Splatterhouse 3. Okay, on the same level, Crystal Mines 2. Again, I don't think it could go above Splatterhouse Part 3. And then we finally, on triple S level, we've got the Super Asteroids and Missile Command. And I gotta put it above Xenocrisis. I like it that much, but not as much as Splatterhouse Part 2. So all that's left for us now is to put this in a rank. Definitely a heavy hitter. I'm gonna say yes, it's over Piko. I'm going to say it's better than the Atari collections. Ooh, is it better than Mega Cat Studio Collection 1? Yes. And I would dare say it's better than... Yeah, that's exactly where it belongs. Right under Namco Museum Volume 2. Atari Lynx Collection 2. We're starting out with Blue Lightning, which is an impressive looking game for a handheld from the time. I did kind of like it, so I think we're going to have to put it as an A. I think it does belong there. California Games. Again, this is kind of a really ho-hum. I'm going to put that on C level because, you can have some fun with it. There's only 4 events. Next up was my favorite game of the collection, Checkered Flag. In fact, I like this one so much I had to go out and actually get a copy of this game for my own Lynx. Triple S all the way. Really like this one. And the game that is on the cover of the box, Chips Challenge. Yeah, there's a lot of puzzles to solve in this collection. I'm going to put it as a double S. It is a really good game. Electrocop. This was a really interesting kind of 3D-ish type of game where you had to find ways through the facility. I can't quite remember. It's been a while since I played it, but you do have to get somewhere before time runs out, and it's pretty interesting to find the key. You have to find the codes to unlock the doors, fight off the robots roaming the hallways. It is an S. No, it's not an S level. It's right up. It's an A level, right above Blue Lightning. Gates of Zendikon. Interesting shoot 'em up with a ton of different levels and alternate paths to take. Not the greatest shoot 'em up, but it is very entertaining. So I think we're gonna put this in A and above Electrocop. Todd's Adventure in Slime World. Another one I really enjoyed. I'd like to put this on S. Can I put this on S? I don't really know. Yeah, we'll put this on S for right now. It is a really good game with a lot of different game modes. Lastly, Zarlar Mercenary. Oh, this is not that great of a game, but it is not absolutely abysmal, so we're gonna stick it in D. Alright, so let's throw these Atari Lynx Collection 2 games into the mix. We'll start off with the worst one, which was Zarlar Mercenary on level D. Better than Draga? I don't even know. I don't think I have that fond of memories of this game. So how low do we want to put this? Is it better than Magical Girl? I'm gonna say no, it's not. Power Punch 2, I think I'd rather play that, to be honest. Dark Chambers 2600, yeah. I think this is the proper spot. Next up, we got California Games on C level. So where do we want to throw this? Crystal Castles, Remnant. Better than Remnant? Yeah, I'd say so. Liberal Rebel, Squeak, Basket Brawl, Metal Marines. Adventure, I don't think we could put it up that high. I'm gonna stick it under Basketball for the 7800. Then on level A, we got our lowest one, which was Blue Lightning, above this game, above Prehistoric Man, Missile Command, Ninja Golf, Real Sports Tennis, Human Cannonball. But you know what, I like Awesome Golf more. Then we got Electro Cop, and that I will put above Awesome Golf. Don't know if I could put it above. Yeah, I definitely like Battle Cars more, and I don't think I could put it above this Magical Word Brave Warrior, the RPG game. Next up, Gates of Zendikon, which is a really interesting shoot 'em up with an interesting premise. This is going to be kind of higher up there. Better. Dig Dug, Boogerman. Yeah, better than Boogerman, but I'm not going to put it above Burning Force. I think that's the limit as how far up I can put this one. On S level, we've got Todd's Adventure in Slime World. Don't think I could put it higher than Water Margin. I think I'd rather play just about every single one of these games than Slime World. It's just that Slime World is pretty impressive and unique. Chips Challenge. This is, I have this on the double S light layer. Better than Dragon View, yeah. We're gonna put it above the Demons and Diamonds. I can't put it above Loops, and I don't think I can put it above Super Double Dragon. Finally, Checkered Flag, an SSS level game. I think I do like it more than Xenocrisis. Don't think I'm gonna put it above Super Asteroids and Missile Command, so yeah, that seems about right to me. Alright, now to find our final place for Atari Lynx Collection 2. Which one was better, Lynx 1 or Lynx 2? You know what, I'm going to say that Lynx 1 was just a bit better. So they got to be right next to each other, and that's where I'm going to stick it. It's a really top-notch cartridge though. Moving on to Jaleco Collection 1. First game on the list here is Astyanax. To be honest, this game was way better than I thought it was going to be, so I'm going to put this up on A. Next up, we got Bases Loaded, which is actually worse than I thought it would be, because I actually kind of I remember liking Bases Loaded too, but I remember kind of having problems while I was playing this, so I think we're going to put this down on the D level. Brawl Brothers, I think we're going to throw this beat 'em up on level B. I kind of almost wanted to put it on level C, but I think it is better than a C. City Connection, this one's definitely a C. It's a fun game, but the execution is terrible on the NES, this NES version, all choppy and whatnot, and a little bit frustrating, but I can't quite put it on a level D. Earth Defense Force, I'm looking at my original list and I had this like kind of on the fence of this one, but I think I gotta put it higher than that, and I actually did put this higher than Brawl Brothers originally, so that's where I'm gonna stick it on tier B, right above Brawl Brothers. The Ignition Factor, the fireman game, that I thought was pretty interesting. It was pretty cool, but it could be a little bit difficult in some areas. But I did have it higher than Astyanax, so I will put this on the A level, right above Astyanax. Operation Logic Bomb. This was a really good game, so we've got to put this on the S level. Rival Turf. This is actually the prequel to Brawl Brothers, and I had it as like a notch lower than Brawl Brothers, so I think that's where we're gonna put it. I think we're still gonna put it on level B, a notch below Brawl Brothers. Super Goal 2. I'm not a big soccer fan, and I couldn't get behind this game. This game just was not any fun for me, but I couldn't say it was terrible. But I did have it under Bases Loaded, so that's where I'm going to stick it here in tier D. Last game here was the really interesting Totally Rad. I enjoyed this game. I thought it was way better than I thought it was going to be, so I'm going to stick this on S level. Actually, this was my favorite game of the collection. I'm just going to stick this on S level, right above Operation Logic Bomb. Alright, now to throw all these Jaleco Collection games into the mix. Lowest one on the list was Super Goal 2. We're in the D level here. Zarlar Mercenary? I'd say yes. I mean, to be fair, this game, terrible. Just overall didn't enjoy the game all that much. I'm gonna stick this in between Treasure Island Dizzy and Steeplechase. Bases Loaded 2. Again, it was something that I just couldn't get into, but we're gonna stick it right under Weapon Lord here. Next up, we got City Collection. We're on level C, and this is the only one I have to worry about C. And we're gonna stick this Super Squeak City. Yeah, we're gonna stick it above that, above Metal Marines. Ooh, I don't know. Is it better in Rad Gravity? No, I think that one was actually pretty interesting. I think we're going to stick it below Basketball and over California Games. Rival Turf, we're on a B level. We're to put this better near C Battle? I'm going to say, I don't know. Bowling, Almost Hero. I'll put it above Almost Hero. I'll put it above Coffee Crisis for sure. Yeah, I think that's exactly we're going to put this above Coffee Crisis. And our very next one is Brawl Brothers, and we're going to stick it right by that one. So we'll stick these together. Earth Defense Force, interesting shoot 'em up on level B, the highest on level B. So we'll go downward. Bad Dude, Switchblade, Radar Lock. Yeah, I'll put it above Side Pocket. That seems about right to me. Astionix, we're on level A. Well, and again, this one I really enjoyed this game. I thought it was a game. It was going to be a cheap, terrible game, and it just kind of really surprised me how much I enjoyed it. Boogerman, do I like it better? I like it more than Boogerman, to be honest. Gates of Zendikon, yes. Burning for, yes. Time, we're going to stick it right there. I think that's about the right spot for that one. And then we got the Ignition Factor, which can't be any lower than that, and I don't think it will be. I think we're going to stick it right under the NES version of Burger Time. Operation Logic Bomb. I think we're going to stick this pretty low on the list. We will stick it right above Tanglewood, I think. Totally rad. Another game that was way better than I thought it would be. This I have on the S level. Better than Renegade. Earthworm Gyms, no. Midnight Resistance, no. Felice, no. Old Towers, Magical Drop 2, Dragon Spirit, Little Medusa, Multi-Dude. But yeah, right above Yar's Revenge. I think that seems like the right spot for it. And now we've got to fit in Jaleco Collection 1 on our collection ranking. Don't think I could put it above the Atari collections. Above the Piko collection? Yeah, that seems like a good spot for it, right above the Piko collection. Speaking of Piko Collection, this is Piko Collection 2, starting off with Beast Ball, which I didn't like all that much, so I'm sticking this as a D. In fact, I think this was like an unfinished game that was never actually released. It might have been completed, I don't know, I just know it was unreleased. Eliminator Boat Duel. This actually took me by surprise because it's not just a racing game. You actually got to beat your rivals. And the game actually has a story and an ending, and it's a great ending. So I wound up actually liking this one. Don't know if I could put it in an S rank though. I think we're going to stick it here as an A. Football Madness. This, I believe, was a budget PS1 game that was only released in Europe, and I did not enjoy this at all. We're sticking this in F. Okay, this is the bizarre full throttle All-American Racing that has you switching back and forth between riding a motorcycle or riding a speedboat. But the thing is though, you just keep going from level to level, and I swear that the track layout for every single level is exactly the same, and all they do is change the background. This is way too repetitive and boring, and I think this is my least favorite game on this collection, even under Football Madness. Hoops, Shut Up and Jam, otherwise known as Barkley Shut Up and Jam. They just had to remove Barkley from the game, even though his name does appear in the game from time to time. I actually wound up liking this one, not as much as Eliminator Boat Duel. I think we're going to throw this on level B here. Hoops, Shut Up and Jam 2, aka Barkley Shut Up and Jam 2. Somehow this game wound up being way worse than Hoops, Shut Up and Jam. Actually, I think it's worse than Beast Ball, to be honest, and we're going to throw this on level D under Beast Ball. Power Football, aka Mike Dicka's Power Football. Had to remove the Mike Dicka license. I just did not like the way this one played at all. I don't think I ever completed one pass in all the time I spent playing this game. It's kind of got my don't really want to go back and play, so I really didn't like it. I couldn't say it was terrible, not at the moment. So I think we're putting this in D, but above the rest of these games. Here we have a budget, European-only Game Boy Advance title, Racing Fever, and this actually wound up being one of the better games in the cartridge. I really enjoyed this one, but it's not a super fantastic game or anything, so I think we're throwing this on level A, right above Eliminator Boat Duel. Soccer Kid, okay, interesting platformer with the ball you kick, and if it gets destroyed, you can summon another one. Interesting game. It's got some interesting bosses, but there's just some annoyances about the game. So where am I gonna put this? I think we're gonna put this on level B above Hoops, Shut Up and Jam. Summer Challenge. This one actually was kind of stretching too far, trying to push the limits too far for what the Genesis could do. So it looks like it's trying to do polygons here, and the game winds up being choppy, and as a result being very hard to control. This is going on level D, yeah, we're going to put this on D, but we're going to put it above Hoops 2 and Beast Ball, but not above Power Football. Top Racer 2, aka Top Gear 2 as it was originally called. This one is the sequel to obviously Top Racer that was in the previous Piko collection, and this one I thought was way better than the original one, and I liked the original one. So I think we're throwing this on level S. We'll see if I might have to bump it up higher. I don't remember where I put Top Racer 1, but this has got to be higher than that one. Winter Challenge, kind of the sister game to Summer Challenge. In fact, I think this one came out first. Got exactly the same problems that I mentioned with Summer Challenge, but it has more events that are playable. I stick this one just above Summer Challenge. World Trophy Soccer. Now again, I'm not totally into these soccer games, but the thing that made me enjoy this one just a little bit was the music. So I really enjoyed playing this one just to listen to the music. I couldn't really get into the game otherwise, so we're throwing this on C level. All right, let's throw these Piko Collection 2 games into our big game list. Beast Ball is on, oh wait, no, we're actually starting at the bottom of the list with Full Throttle, which is a level F. So where do we want to put this on level S? It is a little bit, it's playable, it's just extremely boring. So I think we will throw this, I think I'm going to throw this right above BMX Simulator and below Gordo 106. Next up, we got Football Madness. Again, I put that on level F, but I'm going to put this at higher than Gordo 106 because it is playable. It's just, I just not like it at all. It's so weird, and it really does feel like a budget game. On tier list, we have Hoops, Shut Up and Jam 2. Desert Falcon under 2600? No, I think we're going to throw this one way down here. This was not a good game. Beast Ball. Again, it was really weird running around, but we will throw it under Dark Chambers for the 2600. That seems about the right spot. Summer Challenge. Power Punch 2. Yeah, I think that's about the right spot for it. And the same thing for Winter Challenge. It actually goes right next to it. Well, which will actually break the line. Because Magic Girl is kind of the same thing. It would be a fun game if it wasn't so choppy. Power Football. Again, it's a really frustrating game. Should play fine, but the problem is I can't seem to complete any passes on it. We'll put that above Crash and the Boys. But not above Panic Dizzy. I think that seems about right. Alright, World Trophy Soccer, which I had on level C. Again, I really like the music. Is that the only reason I like the game though? I'm going to put it higher on the C list. I'm going to put it above Mega Pack, but not above Xevious for the NES. Hoops, Shut Up and Jam. It needs to be on the B tier. Above the Dizzy Games, Dorkin, Dracula, Airseed Battle, Battle Chess, Bowling, Asteroids, Almost Hero. Where do we want to throw this? I'm going to put that above that. I'm going to put it above Mappy, Motorcycle, Playmates. We're getting around the area it should be. We'll put it right above the Brainies, but underneath Centipede for the 2600. And then we've got to find a spot for Soccer Kid, which was pretty playable. It's just unusual game with some, does have some issues, but I do like Super Robin Hood more, so it's got to go right under Super Robin Hood. Eliminator. Oh, Duel. We're on level A here. This might be a little bit lower on the list because it is an interesting game. Real Sports. I got to put it above. I got to put it above Blue Lightning. Yeah. Awesome Golf. No, right in between Blue Lightning and Awesome Golf. Racing Fever. I really enjoyed this one. This might be higher on the list. And it's really unusual being a budget game and all. Asteroids. No, I can't put it above Asteroid. I can't put it above a Steinex. Gates of Zendikon. No, we're gonna lower. lower. Zump. Lower. Pac-Man. Burning. Okay, it's definitely more better than Burning Rubber. NES Pac-Man. No, not better than NES Pac-Man. Lastly, Top Racer 2 on S tier. How good? Better than Slime World? Yes. Water Margin? Maybe. Tanglewood? No. I'm going to stick it under Water Margin. We're going to put it right above Slime World. So all that's left now is to find a spot in the collections for Piko 2. And honestly, this is one of the weaker collections that I have no problem putting this in tier D. Underneath everything we've seen so far. All right, let's get started on a really interesting collection. Indie Heroes Collection 1, starting with Alien Cat 2, a game I like, but again, there's going to be a common problem with a lot of these games. I felt like a lot of these games were too short. So Alien Cat 2, I think we're putting on a B level just because, I mean, this game I actually finished fairly quickly. Didn't really have to think too hard about it. And Guna, Warriors of Virtue. This is a really good one. I'm going to put it on level S. I actually actually haven't finished the game. I got stuck at one point, and I haven't actually come back to the game yet. But it is fun. It's more like a compressed Zelda game in a way. Chain Break. Okay, this is the first Game Boy game we got on the Evercade, and I really enjoyed this. I like this. Was like one of my favorite ones, so this is double S for me. Dadius, another Game Boy game, and it's the kind of game where you play through multiple times. It's almost like the actions you do, you get the different ending every time. I don't think it's quite SS level, but definitely putting it on the S level, above Anguna. Deader, again, it's one of those games that is fun, but there's only a certain amount of levels. Now, oddly enough, I hadn't finished this one. For some reason, I got stuck at some point and I just didn't continue. But if I were to proceed, I'd probably be able to finish this one pretty soon. I think there's only like 50 levels and you can complete them pretty quickly. But so I think we're gonna put this, I actually originally hit this above Alien Cat 2, but I think I did enjoy Alien Cat 2 a little bit more, so we're throwing this under Alien Cat 2. Doodle World, a fantastic NES game. Only issue is that it's a game meant for kids, and it was way too easy for me to run through this game super quick. So I throwing this on the C level. Flea, fantastic game. Love it. You're always constantly jumping, and that's the gimmick of the game pretty much, to avoid all the spikes and monsters while you're going through collecting blood, and you can gain a whole lot of lives while you're playing the game. So this is definitely an S game, above Anguna, but I think below Dadius, or Dedius, or however you pronounce that. Foxyland, going around collecting the gems in order to open the door to exit the level. Fun game. I think there was one point where I got stuck where I could not figure out where one of the items was I needed to finish the level, and I just gave up. So as a result, this wound up lower on the list. Kubo 3, it looks rather basic, and the game is really short. I could play this through in no time at all. But I really like the presentation of this game for some reason. The design of the characters and everything, it's just so unique. So I still put it on the B tier, but I'm putting it lowest on the B tier. Ploid, this is a game that I didn't quite hate, I didn't quite like either. I just didn't like the level designs, I think, and the physics of the game in a way. So we're putting this on level C, under Doodle World. Quest Arrest, a unique Game Boy game. In fact, the Evercade version is an exclusive Game Boy Color version of the game, as far as I understand. And it's like you're a cop, but the battles play out like Pokemon battles. This was another game I kind of flew through, so you could get to the ending pretty quickly. But it's one of those games I didn't hate. So, throwing it in between Ploid and Doodle. I almost said Doodly World. Ugh, I think I am Flanders. Doodle World. Super Homebrew War. This is an NES game where it's like, what if we took all the NES indie game characters and threw them, mixed them all, and made a Smash Brothers type game out of it? In concept, it sounds pretty cool, but in reality, it's just everybody trying to jump on everybody else's head. It's chaotic, but not in a good chaotic way. It just basically winds up being everybody just trying to jump on everybody else's head. So I'm putting this in D rank because I like the concept. It's just the execution I don't think is great. Twin Dragons. This game blew me away when I played through it. When I first started playing through it, I was like, oh hum, but the game progresses really nicely, and just the way you flip back and forth between the two dragons and the way they have different powers and how that's integrated at the end of the game, I thought was so fantastic that I actually got myself an actual copy of this game from Broke Studios. So this is going in triple S. This was my favorite game of the cartridge. Uchusen Ultimate Ploid Battle. This was a shoot 'em up that just seemed really rudimentary and bad, to the point where I had to figure out why this game was the way it was. And it turns out that this was a game that was entered as part of the contest that was like, oh, what kind of game can you make in one day? So this game was created in one day, and that's why it is the way it is. But for a game that was created in one day, I think it's fantastic. But for a game compared to everything else on the Evercade, it gets an F. All right, let's throw our indie hero games into the mix. We're gonna start out with the lowest of the low, Uchusen, which we're gonna throw under Gordo 106, under that, under BMX, under Clay Fighter 2. We're gonna throw under Karate Champion Weight, Exploding Fist. Log Jammers. I think I'm gonna throw it above Log Jammers because Log Jammers was just way too frustrating for me. Next up, Super Homebrew War, which we have on level B here. I'm gonna actually, this may actually be the lowest of, yeah, I'm gonna throw, this is the lowest game because I'd rather play Tower of Draga. Rank C, we got Ploid. It's definitely above Creepy Brawlers and the Immortal. That, Remnant, Libble Rabble, Submarine Commander, Super Squeak. We're gonna keep it right under Super Squeak. And then we got Quest Arrest, which is, it is better, significantly better than a lot of these. So, Dodgeball, Humans, Cyber Virus, Alien Brigade, Dream World Pogi, Mappy Kids, but I don't think I'm going to put it above Haunted House. And then we got Doodle World, or as I'm going to call it from now on, Doodly World. Really good game. It's just not for me, to be honest. And so we're going to put it right above Gin Power. And then with rank B, we've got Kubo 3 on the low end, and we are going to put this on the lowest of the low end because the only reason it's up as high as it is because there's something with that game that struck a chord with me. I just like the graphical presentation of it. Foxyland, we're going to put that above the Dizzy games, above a Dwark and Imp, but I don't think we're going to put it over Dracula, the Undead, or Unleashed, or whatever that game is called. I can't read it. The text is way too small. Dead Horror. We're gonna put that above Dracula Unleashed or Sea Battle. Not above Battle Chest. We're gonna stick that there. And then we've got Alien Cat 2. Again, I really enjoyed this one. We will stick this one above Bowling. Again, it's just way too short. I did like Almost Hero more, and the reason why it's that game's in this tier is because it's also too short. And Guna, we're skipping over to S. Yeah, we're gonna put that above Slime World Top Race, or we're gonna put it above Water Margin, Tanglewood for sure. Logic Bomb? No, I'm gonna stick that there. I did like Logic Bomb more. Flea! Okay, we're going back up to the S rank. Better than Logic Bomb? Yes. Aquaventure. Cannon. That's a tough one. No. That's where it's gonna fit. Right above Aquaventure and right below Cannon. Then we got our Game Boy Adventure title, Devious, the game you want to play over and over again. I am gonna stick this. No, we're gonna stick this right under Multi-Dude. Chain Break, which I put on level double S. I really like this one. I'm gonna put above Dragon View. We're gonna put above Demons of Diamonds. Chips Challenge. Yeah, I think that's where we'll put it. I mean, it's really iffy where I want to put it, but I'm putting it up here because I really did like it. But again, Super Double Dragon, don't think it could reach that height. Finally, Twin Dragons, which I had on triple S. I did like this one more than the Splatterhouse. River City Ransom, not more than Tanzer. That's the appropriate spot for that. Oh crap! Oh no! What? Shoot! I don't know if I. Well, apparently sometimes. I think I'm forgetting to move the screen sometimes, so sometimes the image is going to be a little bit cut off if I forget to adjust the screen. That's just the way it's going to be, and I'm not going to go back to redo it. But we're going to rank our Indie Heroes collection. It is a really good collection. Is it better than Techno's collection? It might be. We're going to stick this up higher than Techno's collection 1. This will be a quick one. I don't know why. I think my screen was... I think my image up here was kind of... something was weird. I had to adjust something. But anyway, this is Worms Collection 1, and this might be the most controversial because either if you don't like the Worms game, this is going to be really low on your list, and if you do, it still might be really low on your list because there's only 3 games on it. But let's get started with the first one. Worms. It's a Genesis version of the game, so it's not even one of the better versions. So I'm going to throw this on a level, I'm going to throw it on level C. I almost wanted to put it on B, but we're going to throw this on C. All right, Worms Armageddon on the PS1. Now, this doesn't have all the features of the Worms Armageddon I used to play on the PC, but this is the one game that I'll constantly have in my Evercade so I could play it, because this game works really great portably on the Evercade VS. I love this game. So, for me, it's getting a triple S for sure. Finally, Worms Blast, the last of 3 games. I had this on the GameCube, and I didn't really enjoy it that much there. And same thing on the Game Boy here. I'm not a big fan of this one. I'm gonna actually put it right on level C, right below Worms. You know what? I'm gonna put Worms where I think I should have put it B. So yeah, that seems more correct to me. I can't put Worms Blast in the same level of Worms, but then again, I can't put Worms Blast on B level because I just don't like it There's just some things weird about some of the puzzles. It changes things up too much. It makes things too complicated, I think. All right, let's throw our 3 Worms games into the mix here. We'll start with the lowest one, Worms Blast. Level C. I'm gonna put this, let's see, I'd rather play this than Ploid. How about Super Squeak? Yeah, not California games. So that's where I'm gonna throw Worms Blast. Worms, Genesis version of Worms. We're gonna throw this. I would play this over the Dizzy games, Dork and Imp. But you know what? I can't put it above Foxyland. And then for the easiest one, Worms Armageddon. I already knew where this was going. Top of the list. For me, on the Evercade, nothing beats Worms Armageddon. Not even yet. Okay, Worms Collection in ranked wise here. For a lot of people, I know this would just be an F. But this is my favorite game on here, so I'm going to throw this on level A, because there's only one game on here that I'd really play over and over again. So I don't think I could put it any higher than an A, but is it higher or lower? I'm going to put it under the Atari collections on level A. That's where I'm sticking Worms. Moving on to the Codemasters Collection 1. This is number 19, so there's one more to go after this. Who knows how long this video is? Probably going to be another hour-long one or more. But the first one we got on our list here is B52, which was an alright game, I think. So I'm going to throw this on B, because it is B52. Big Nose Freaks Out. This is actually the sequel game, but it's got a name that's alphabetically earlier on the list. I was not particularly fond of this one, especially with the wheelie thing. He's like skating all over the place. So I'm putting this on a C. And here's our original Big Nose game, Big Nose the Caveman. This game I felt was much better. I'm gonna put this on A, because I don't know if I could put it on an S level. I don't think it's that good. Here we are with everybody's favorite game, Boomerang Kid. Originally part of a Quattro series, so this game was actually included with 3 other games originally. Yeah, this game isn't that great. But you know what? I did like it more than Big Nose Freaks Out, to be honest. I'm putting Boomerang Kid a lot higher than I think most people would, but I could kind of get behind this game. All right, Cannon Fodder. This is an excellent game. It was the first time I'd played it. It was on the Evercade. This is actually my favorite game on the collection, but I don't know if I could put it in triple S ranking. I'm going to put it in double S, because it does have the issue where you're controlling a mouse cursor with a D-pad, and also you're limited as to the number of buttons you could use, because they ported this directly from an Amiga. So if they would have spread the buttons out between the Genesis of 3 standard buttons, it would be much better. CJ's Elephant Antics, another game that was part of a Quattro series. Whew, this game, did not like it. But not quite as bad to get an F, but I gotta stick it in D. Cosmic Spacehead. This game blew me away. This was like playing a cartoon on the Genesis. It really surprised me. It's part point and click adventure, part platformer, and it somehow works. So yeah, this game is pretty good. I'm gonna actually put this one at level S. F-16 Renegade. This is a very bizarre game. This was another one on a Quattro cartridge, and yeah, it's very bare bones and very repetitive, and it is getting put on... Do I put this on level C? Is that where I'd put it? Under Big Nose? Yeah, Big Nose Freaks Out? Yep, that's where I'm putting it. You know, I'm sitting here looking at the footage, and I'm changing my mind. It's going on level D, but above CJ's Elephant Antics. Linus Spacehead. Not Linus Spacehead's Cosmic Crusade, like the box that cover that we got with the Evercade is. That's the wrong game, but we're gonna use that box anyway. But this is the original game that was on a Quattro collection, and is very brutal and unfair. Yeah, this is going in level D, but actually it is going on level D, and it's going right over CJ's Elephant Antics, because I did like this one a little bit more than that one. Megalomania had me worried when I first started playing it, because I thought it would be too complicated, but no, I picked the game right up, and this is actually quite fun to play. So we're gonna throw this up. Where do I put B52? It's on B. I'm going to put this on A level. I'm going to put this lower on the A level, because I actually quite like this game. MiG-29, Soviet fighter. It's very much like the F-16 Renegade. This is pretty fun. So we're putting this... I had it lower than B52. I don't know if I could put it... Yeah, let's put it on level B, because it really wasn't that bad. It's just the control scheme. If I could have changed it, it would be better. Psycho Pinball. This is actually a classic for Mega Drive owners that like pinball games like this. For me, though, I couldn't get totally behind it. I felt the ball moved like a little bit too fast to the point where you couldn't plan your shots appropriately. You kind of had to have the whole table memorized and the ball's reactions and actions memorized in order to proceed through the game. And do I want to spend that much time to do that? I don't know. So I think we're putting this on level A, but above Big Nose the Caveman. No, actually, no, I changed my mind. Below Big Nose the Caveman, because that's where I had it originally. All right, this is the other game in the collection a lot of people are looking forward to, Sensible Soccer. This was the first time I'd played Sensible Soccer, and you know what? I don't know if there's going to be another soccer game I'd like more than this one. I could see why people really like the game, and it's going on the same level as Cannon Fodder, but I had decided that I'd like Cannon Fodder just a little bit more. Stunt Buggies, another game, part of a Quattro cartridge, my least favorite of the bunch, but kind of still playable, so we will throw this on level D under CJ's Elephant Antics. Okay, this is interesting. I'm looking at my original list and missing 2 games off my scores of my original list, and this is one of them. I just popped up and I was like, Super Skid Marks, I really didn't like this game at all, and why isn't it on my list? And I don't know why it's not on my list, but I do know that this is definitely an F. I hated this game. Actually, it's the last 3 games on this list that I don't have scores for. So Tennis All-Stars is an earlier version of a release game that I can't remember the name of, but had the 4-player adapter in cartridge thing, so you could plug 2 controllers directly into the cartridge. I actually had a bit of fun with this game, so where do I want to throw it? I'm going to put this... It is fun. I'm going to put this... I'm going to put it as a high B. We're going to throw it above B52, but under Megalomania. I can't quite put it as an A. Okay, the Ultimate Stuntman, which is very unusual because I thought this was going to be just a driving game, but no, it's several different genres put into one, and you're not actually a stuntman. You're out to rescue somebody. I guess you're a former stuntman or something like that, but actually they don't explain that in the plot. This is an interesting game. I don't completely hate it, but where do I want to put this, though? It feels like a C-type game to me because you do have to collect everything. If you miss something, you might not be able to finish the level in these parts. Yeah, some parts are fun, some parts are frustrating. It's definitely better than Boomerang Kid. I'd say it's better than MiG-29. I'd say it's better than B-52. So I'm going to throw this right there, level B, right above B-52. All right, so let's throw our Codemaster games in the big list. I'm going to start at the bottom with Super Skid Marks. Where are ya? There ya are. Football Madness, Gordo, Full Throttle. Oh, it is better than Full Throttle, I will give it that. So we'll put that there. Stunt Buggies on level D. Where do we want to put this one? It is a bit playable, but I do have it as the lowest of the bunch. So where do we put this one? There's something about it I didn't quite like. So we will throw it, I think, right here, right above Dark Chambers for the 2600. And then we've got CJ's Elephant Antics, which is almost like the same kind of frustration in a way. So I'll put that right above Power Punch 2. And then Linus Spacehead, which is pretty much like the same type of thing, so we're going to throw it there. And then F-16 Renegade, which will be higher on the list because it's more playable. It just feels like an unfinished game, which it very well could be, since they threw it on a Quattro cartridge. So we'll put that above. We'll put it above Panic Dizzy and Power Factor, but I don't think I could put it above Quad Challenge. Then we got Big Nose Freaks Out on level C. We will put that above Creepy Brawlers, but I don't think I could put it above the Immortal, so that's where we'll leave that. Boomerang Kid. Where are you, Boomerang Kid? Again, I like this game more than I probably should. I'm gonna throw it right under Ploid. MiG-29, we're on level B. Throw it above the Dizzy Games, Broken Imp. I don't think I could throw it above Worms, though. B-52. Let's see. Better than Worms? Yeah, but not better than Foxyland, so we're going to throw that there. Ultimate Stuntman. Level B above B-52s. I'm going to put it above Foxyland and Dracula, but not above Air Sea Battle. And then Tennis All-Stars. Where are we? Where's level B here? Where did I put Ultimate Stuntman? There. Put that above. Alien Cat, yes. Almost Hero, Star Luster, Coffee Crisis, Forever Turf. Yeah, actually, I like this one a little bit more than I probably should. Well, maybe I don't. I'm going to stick this in between Coffee Crisis and Rival Turf. Level A, we've got Megalomania. So, let's see here. Yeah, we got 2 above that one. So, Ninja Golf, Real Sports Tennis, Human Cannonball. Yeah, I think we'll throw that right there. Psycho Pinball is next. Where do we want to put this? Above battle cars? Yeah, I think that seems right. Above battle cars, but not above Solaris. Okay. Big Nose, the Caveman. Level B. Better than Mappy? Maybe? Claymates. I don't think it's... Oh, yeah, I'd put it above Claymates. I would put it above Incantation. Yeah. Not better than Centipede. I think that's where that'll sit. And then we've got Cosmic Spacehead, which we put on level S. Better. Yeah, it's just really cool. Maybe not that good. Yep, that seems like the good spot for Cosmic Spacehead. Next up, we got Sensible Soccer on a double S. This is pretty high on the list, to be honest. Yeah, we'll put that there. And actually, we're going to put Cannon Fodder right above it. I can't put it above. Maybe I can put it above. I think I will put it above Slayer House Part 3. Yeah, seems all right to me. Shoot, and I forgot to make the screen big. Oh well. Okay, all that remains is to find a spot on this list for Codemasters Collection 1. It is pretty high up there just because of Sensible Soccer and Cannon Fodder. Don't know if I could put it above Technos. Yeah, I can. I'm going to stick it right here. It's a double S, I think, right in between Technos Collection 1 and Indie Heroes. All right, we're on to the last cartridge collection of this video. Number 20, Mega Cat Collection 2, starting out with Alter Ego Dreamwalker, a game that I really enjoyed, but I also felt it was a little bit too short, which is going to be a common theme with a lot of these games, so I'm sticking it. Should I give it an A? Maybe I will give it an A. It was pretty good. Cartridges Revolution was a really cool Genesis game, although you wouldn't think that the Genesis is capable of these effects, but they kind of just cleverly made it work. I don't know if I could put this as an S though. I'm going to put it as a high A. All right, this is Dev Will 2. It's a really interesting game. I got to put it right underneath Alter Ego, just because, again, it's another game that's really short, but it's really fun too. It's Gloof, another interesting puzzle platformer kind of game, again, that is pretty easy to go through and beat, so we're putting it right underneath not Gloof, because this is Gloof. We're going to put it under Devil 2. Misplaced, again, this is another A-ranked game, but I can't put it any higher because it is too short. Right when the game really started getting interesting is right when it ended, and I was like, what? That's it? So, again, I'm throwing it up on the A group right in a row here, and I'm actually just kind of following the list I'd made before. I can't put these any lower than A's, but I can't put any higher than S's. Interesting puzzle game, Romeo and Julie Cat. I wound up not really liking this one, but again, I didn't hate it either. This is a C to me. Oh, the plot of the game when you play the story mode is really frustrating. I did not like it. Oh, watch my video on this collection if you want to see what I thought of Romeo and Julie Cat. Okay, Romeo's Tale. I'm putting this as an S, even though I don't even know if we still have the finished game or not. I don't even think the game is finished yet. And when I heard that, I was thinking that, oh, why would they put an incomplete game? Why would they only put a demo? But to be honest, no, I would say like 95% of the game is already there. It's just missing that last 5%. I don't think it would move from the spot anyway. I think I'm rating this as if it was done the way it is, and I'm perfectly fine with the way it is. Okay, last one on the group is Yazzie. I originally had this really low on the rankings because there was one level that it was impossible to pass through because they had put the wrong ROM on the cartridge, but they had since fixed that. So this is going up on A with the rest of them. This has only got 30 levels and you can kind of blow through it really quickly. All these games good, except you could finish them all really quickly, and I think I ordered them in the order and the speed at which I was able to finish them. All right, let's throw these games into the mix. The lowest one was Romeo and Julie Cat. Put that on level C, and it's not gonna be very high on this list, I don't think. Let's see, Libo Rebel, Boomerang Kid. It's gotta be. It's a bit better than Boomerang Kid. Employed and Super Squeak. It was being higher than I expected it to, but I'm not gonna put it above Worms Blast. Next up, we got Yazzie on level A. We're gonna put it above the Dizzies. MiG-20, we're gonna put it above that. We're gonna put it above that. Foxyland. Dracula. I think, and there's Deader. Do I like Deader? I'm gonna say Deader's better. Ultimate Stuntman. That's a challenge. I will say it's better. I'm gonna put it above, yeah, right here. In fact, all these games are gonna kind of be in this section because they're all exactly the same type of thing. So now we got Misplaced, which is gonna go right above Yazzie. Actually, I'm gonna put it above Deader as well. They're all the same type of game. Like, not the same type of game, but when I say same type of game, I mean they're all really games with an interesting gimmick, but then they end way too short. And you could argue, well, that's because they're an indie game, but you know, why should it matter whether or not it's an indie game or not? The game is the game. Devil 2, we're gonna throw right there, and Dreamwalker. Yeah, all these games, I got to keep Battle Chess above them. And again, oh, here's Alien Cat 2. Again, it's the same deal. Should I move that one down, maybe? Yeah, might as well bump it down. I mean, all these games should be around the same area. Then next we got Arcus Revolution. Now, this one actually could break free because it's more of an action-type game. And we're going to put it up pretty high on this list, I think. It's definitely better than Soccer Kid and Robin Hood and Eight Eyes and Nightshade, and Tin Head, and Pack Attack, but I think that is the limit of Arcus Revolution. I'm putting it right below Side Pocket. And then finally our last game here, Erroneous Tale, which I'm sticking on S level despite it still not being finished, but when it is finished, I doubt it'll switch places from where it currently is. So I think I'm gonna put it right under Cosmic Spacehead. Yeah, it seems about right to me. And finally, to wrap things up for this video, we just have to find a tier rank for our Mega Cat Studios Collection 2. I mean, it's got a lot of games on here that were fun to play, but a lot of them I'm not going to want to go back and play again. Oh boy, Erroneous Tale. They're all in the one puzzle game that's on there. I'm getting pretty counterintuitive, I think, from how I rank the games, but do I put it? I'm going to put it right above the Jaleco Collection. That seems about right, I think. So there we go. That takes care of the rankings for the first 20 cartridges. In the next video, we'll take care of the rest of these, well, not the rest of them. The Intellivision Collection, the Bitmax Brothers Collection, and then the 4 arcade collections. Renovation and Gremlin just will be proceeding differently than I proceeded with the rest of those games. So finally, yeah, well, and the next one should definitely be shorter just because there will be far less games to go through on these 6 collections. So I'm gonna save that to do it on another day because I've just been recording for 2 hours and who knows how much time this is gonna get edited down to. Far too much time probably still, but I'll post it anyway just so you can see my thought process if that's something you want to see. If you're interested, I'll see you next time. Bye.